This is really disconcerting looking at my own face on my own screen.
Okay. Well,
Thank you for standing in front of me.
That's okay. Well, hello, my name is Juan, and I'm creating a... Well, hello, my name is Juan, and my company, PayPlus, is creating a network between banks, merchants, and clients to process non-cash transactions. At the end, this network is focused on banks to decrease operational costs related to card distribution and fabrication. So at the end, when you go to a bank and ask for a new bank account, the bank, instead of giving you a plastic card, will link your bank account directly to the PayPlus account. At the end, PayPlus is a network between electronic and traditional commerce. I would charge banks between 0.1 to 0.2% per transaction in our system. And well, I'm Juan, an automation engineer with experience in automation processes and fusion energy. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Juan.
Okay.
Similar feedback. You're better served by stating the problem that exists earlier up in the pitch as to, okay, this is the problem. There are N million unbanked in the United States, and they can't be served by current solutions because blah, right? Because everything you told me through about at least halfway into your pitch, in my mind, I'm hearing, well, there's other prepaid card solutions, there's other solutions, and I'm sure you can go on for half an hour right now telling me why none of those are applicable or not really competitive to what you're offering. But you didn't delineate that first, right? So it's going to be a natural part of the audience to start hearing the way you just pitched now and start jumping ahead and going, well, wait a minute, I can satisfy these people through these 3 or 4 other mechanisms that I know of already that they're being served through today. What's wrong with those? Okay. You jumped ahead and said, I'm going to charge banks this much. I don't know, is that good or bad? Is that higher or lower than what they currently pay? Why, okay, great, thank you for the number, but what does it mean? So be a good way to talk, if you're going to talk about a number like that, I'm going to charge banks, half of what they would normally be charged, or a fraction of what. Give the comparison so that I understand the relative value your company, Bank Plus, is providing to the marketplace. So one of the other questions is, kind of got lost in the way you're describing it. How do you make money? You're charging the banks, so you make no money directly from the consumer.
Well, that's a thing that I would like to search and determine in this process, actually.
Okay, but right now your premise is your revenue comes from banks signing up for this service.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So don't be shy about that. In working that into how you're talking about. After you talk about the problem, is to come right out and say we sell to banks who can then at a lower cost than compared to whatever. You don't need to give the number per se, because that number may change, but the value is I can do it at less cost, or I can do it a fraction of what they normally would pay. But one of the things that a prospective investor is always going to have in their mind is, how do you make money? Who paid you? Who writes the check to you and funds this company with revenue on an ongoing basis? So try to find a way to declare that when you're stating the problem. As soon as you state the problem, who pays you? How do you make your money?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you.